Welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. And before we get going, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who had a chance to speak with head coach Luke Walton. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, guys, when I asked him what impressed him the most about today's opponent, he immediately referred to the...
Thank you, David.
And the Celtics, really since the departure of the big three and Rajon Rondo, doing an amazing job of stockpiling assets and draft picks all along while still being competitive. So you had to know, though, that front office wouldn't hesitate to make a big move. This is an organization that seeks to compete for championships and nothing else.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jay Crowder out there with Johnson. And it's Horford in at the 5, down low. To the paint. The shot comes out, and the Lakers will go the other way with it. And the Celtics last season in a quote-unquote rebuild mode. And yet, Greg, they were among the best teams in the NBA, certainly the East. Did they need to make any trades?
You know, they basically had to start combining assets. They were already one of the deepest teams in the league. They had 3 first-round picks in that 16 draft, 3 second-rounders. At some point, you have to make a quantity for quality trade because you only get 15 spots.
Johnson the screen. Horford dishes to Bradley. Connects from three-point range. Bradley's got his first 3 points of the game.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it'll dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Especially for a guy like him. I mean, he's not quite sure of himself. He's not a go-to guy on a regular basis, but it does help him when he finds his stride early in a ball game.
And the Lakers with possession here. Russell kicks to Mozgov. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Just a beautiful read by the former Buckeye Russell. So gifted at making those decisions.
Bradley with the ball. Thomas a screen. Outside Crowder. He feeds it to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Boston. Thomas passes to Johnson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the Lakers with a young core of players, they take it back to basics for recovery. After every game, the players get chocolate milk.
Well, it's highly recommended as a recovery drink, guys. And they get a special version of the chocolate milk, though. Lower sugar, grass-fed. They say it's great for recovery. And you go back to Julius Randle, who broke his leg in his first game. They're motivated to get lots of calcium in the diet of the players. And the Lakers head coach, Luke Walton, played almost his entire career in L.A., winning 2 titles along the way. Always known for his tremendous IQ for the game. Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
1:05 left in the first quarter of the game. And Luke Walton, pretty new to coaching. He actually worked as an assistant with the University of Memphis team for a short while in 2011, while that NBA season was delayed.
Yeah, and of course, since 2014, he's been an assistant with the Golden State Warriors. Last season, when Kerr was out missing time with a back ailment, Walton stepped in as an interim head coach and led the team to a 24-0 start. Absolutely amazing. And despite being relatively young, Luke Walton has close to a PhD, I think, in basketball. He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Now here's Ingram, defended by Crowder. That's short off the rim.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Bradley dishes to Horford. Kicks it to Thomas. And stolen by Russell. With 4 seconds on the clock, Deng can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that does it for the first quarter. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a...
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks locked in his stockpile.
I know he's feeling real good about his decision. He's one of the bright coaching stars in our league.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it's always a transition and a difficult one for college coaches to come to the pros, but Celtics coach Brad Stevens made one of the smoothest we've seen after leading Butler to back-to-back national championship games. You hear that buzz from players to opposing coaches. Greg Popovich said, "I really respect what he does. His team executes. I'll still watch his Butler tape. Trying to learn some stuff, to be honest with you. High praise indeed, fellas."
And Popovich, really the godfather of the active coaches right now, D.A. His voice carries certainly a lot of weight in this league. Thank you. Screen by Olynyk. All sorts of time. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And the Celtics a stifling defensive ball club under head coach Brad Stevens.
I mean, tremendous perimeter defenders. One of the top-rated teams in the league in terms of steals. And even without being a dominant defensive rebounding and shot-blocking team, they were so good on the wings that it didn't matter.
Thomas, good.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Here's Calderon, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, Calderon is very sneaky on his drives. He knows exactly how to create enough space for him to finish.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. E.G. and Lee, and he's checked in for Nance. Deng comes in for Ingram, and it's Russell in for Lou Williams. The Celtics also changing it up. Al Horford is checked in for Urebko. Jay Crowder comes in for Brown. And it's Avery Bradley in for Isaiah Thomas.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Russell misses in close. Here's Smart, poked away, and it's the Lakers on the break. Russell's running. Here's Deng, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Smart.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here. Out in front at the half is Boston. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, let's go to you. Your opinion on their game so far.
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and
And that'll do it, as the second half is just about.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Without question, Avery Bradley displaying his skills today.
Just a quality performance, and you know, we do expect to see that from him, and he's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
And Greg, you know how it was as the marked man when you were playing on great teams in your past. It's hard to perform when everybody's locked in on you. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Amir Johnson is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Horford in at the center. Dang with the bucket.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And for the Lakers, much relief this summer when they retained their top draft pick. Their pick was top 3 protected. If it had fallen to 4th or 5th, it would have belonged to the Sixers. About a 50-50 shot. They held on, and the LA faithful breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Lakers trail by 6. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Tang's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Celtics shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. And the Lakers with the much-needed talent infusion adding to the young core of D'Angelo Russell, Julius Randle, and Jordan Clarkson.
And now with last season's farewell tour to Kobe Bryant in the rearview mirror, they can really commit to looking forward and rebuilding.
Thomas kicks to Horford. Off target from outside. Lakers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And the slam dunk by Russell.
They opened the gates, and he came through. D'Angelo, quick recognition.
Russell against Thomas. And it's sent back by Russell. Clarkson passes to Russell. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell came into a really crowded backcourt rotation his rookie season, and the coaching staff kept him on a fairly tight leash. You get the sense now he'll be unleashed, and that'll give him a chance to realize his great potential.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Randall's checked in for Mozgov. Ian Leon comes in for Ingram, and it's Williams in for Jordan Clarkson. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Horford. Jerebko comes in for Crowder. Brown is checked in for Avery Bradley. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Thomas. And there's always a tricky balance for young players like D'Angelo Russell. Playing is the best way for him to develop, but you want to hold them accountable and make them earn their minutes.
Yeah, and I think Russell ended up, Kevin, earning good minutes, almost 30 a game, actually, and I think he did better in his rookie season than he was really given credit for. You look at his numbers, and the body of that rookie season was pretty solid. In the end, paying his dues will only make him hungrier to prove that he belongs.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And here's Smart. Passes it to Brown. Lets it go from deep. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, the three-point shot, guys, is something that Brown continues to improve upon. It's important for him to be knocking down these looks to expand his offensive repertoire.
Now let's listen into the huddle of...
Hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are happening. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, and this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Dang out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Mozgov. Then it's Williams. And it's Clarkson in at the point guard. That's the Laker 5. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Picked by Horford. Shoots off the screen. And good. He nails it. Thomas got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Celtics. Lakers trail by 4. Outside Williams. This one for 3. The Lakers rebound. Here's Ingram. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Rebounded by Urebko. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. In the corner, Crowder with it, trying his luck deep. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 4 assists in the game. And Los Angeles guys shooting 40% from the field. And it's Ingram missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Thomas against Clarkson. Thomas goes in, and the wide open shot from Crowder. A three-pointer, no good. Lakers trail by 5. Here's Nance. Rebound, Boston. Urebko's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Horford with a screen on Clarkson. Here's Urebko, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 7.
I like the fact that he...
Bring it in, guys. All right, let's get a good look. This is it. Do not take your foot off the gas pedal now, gentlemen.
Julius Randle comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Russell in for Williams. And a change for the Celtics. Johnson's checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Thanks so much, David. Just 5 to shoot. Thomas, no good. Thomas gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go, around 37%. Here's Clarkson. Here's Randle. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Calm when it counts. Randle has that clutch DNA.
40 seconds left in the game. And a dunk by Horford.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on.
The Celtics on offense. It's a 5-point game, and so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Right side, Russell. Pass to Ingram. Now Russell. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. So we see Boston get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a 5-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenged every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Great effort and a big win, Al. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Isaiah Thomas.
You can have the best talent, but success ultimately comes down to who is playing the best basketball. Tonight, he was poised. I mean, he did the job. He was in control. He read the defense. I love this guy's game.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.